What's happening, guys? Acrinator here, and welcome to this year-end vlog. This is a video I'd like to make annually to give a little update on how far the channel has come, where it is now, and where I hope for it to go over the course of the next year or so. So with that being said, I will say right off the bat, I'm not going to go too in-depth on how the channel has come over the past year or so, because I do plan on putting out a throwback video on January 20th, 2016, because that is the 2-year anniversary of the channel as you guys know it as Acrinator Games. I did technically make the channel in 2010, but before that I was using it for home videos and then for a while for advertising my old Minecraft server. Man, I'm throwing back a while now, but anyways, I'm not going to go too much into that now, so for now, let's go into the current channel status, which is as of December 30th. I had to check. December 30th, 2015. So as you guys are seeing this, it was yesterday. The channel has 25 subscribers, 174 videos as of this vlog. We have finished 4 Let's Plays, and we have 2 game reviews. Sorry, I hit the table. And the third review for the Path of Exile is coming out soon. TM. That's coming out next rotation, so it should be late January-ish. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with where the channel has gone over the past 2 years, just about. We've made quite a few strides in quality improvements over those 2 years. Like if you go all the way back to my first video, which I consider the start of Acrinator Games, which is Let's Play Quakecraft, it's improved a lot, not just in like mic quality and video quality, but in like the little things, like the picture-in-picture, the video editor specifically I upgraded. I forget exactly when, but you could go back and see like whenever the first video that I had picture-in-picture is. That's the one that I got this new editor. And more specific things that I'm pretty happy with right now is the new style for the Ion Let's Play. I like that a lot. Like, I have said in the past, and I said when I first did that style of Let's Play for Ion, is that I'm not a big fan of that style of like the highlights of a longer play session, but I understand that that's more effective for something like an MMO. I'm certainly not going to do that for any other Let's Play because I like the experience of seeing absolutely everything that goes on. So I think that's going to stay for a while. I didn't get any complaints, and so far I like the progress that it's made. World of Warcraft Dungeon Overview is also something that I'm very proud of. That's a series that I like to call my own. You know, I've seen dungeon guides for World of Warcraft, and I've seen lore videos, but I've never seen something that takes the basics of both for a dungeon and combines them. And I'm really proud of Dungeon Overview. It's something I hold as my gold standard for quality on this channel. The podcast, Counting Pixelated Sheep, has actually come into its own, more so than I would have ever expected. Originally, I had designed the podcast to be something more along the lines of, like, talking about things like behind the scenes in gaming, like what is the most profitable, genre of games, or, what's the most popular, stuff like that. And it sort of evolved into looking at current news articles from anywhere in the gaming industry. More often than not, we've been talking about microtransactions, but that's because Sir John Mack and I can get good conversations out of those, and that's really what we look for, is articles that are thought-provoking and that we can get conversations out of, and they aren't necessarily like the limelight of the gaming community at the moment. I think the only time we ever did like a big story is when we did the announcement for World of Warcraft Legion, and that's just because that was the first episode, and I wanted something safe to fall back on, so that I would have a lot to talk about. And overall, I really like it. Like, I had originally thought of not including any articles in certain episodes of the podcast to talk about like overarching topics, but it sort of turned out that we're never going to run out of news articles because there's always news articles for gaming coming out. So that I'm really happy with. It's overall it turned out better than I ever could have hoped for. I realize that it's a bit more structured than like other podcasts on the web, but I like that there's a bit more structure to it. I think it's something unique. That and what the fuck is a pixelated sheep? But that's besides the point. And throwing back a little bit to about half a year ago, if any of you were subscribed back then or even managed to watch back then, back in the first week of July, we had the very first Week of Madness, which for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, the Week of Madness is in the first week of July. Like I said, I do a full week of videos, so from Monday to Friday I put out one video from the rotation every single day, and it turned out really well. Like, really well. It was a lot of work, but then again, it was a lot of Let's Plays, so Let's Plays are normally easier to do than stuff like the Dungeon Overview, although I do believe I had a game review then for, I believe, Sniper Elite 2 at that point in time, so that was a bit crazy, but I think it was really cool, and I think it's a nice thing to have annually. So that's enough of like where the channel is right now, and let's go into a bit of like the future of the channel within the next year or so, and then even going a little bit further, because I think some of these things aren't going to happen until like possibly even up to like 2 years or more, although I don't think it's going to get much further than 2 years off. So as you all know, as I'd hope you all know, we just finished the Path of Exile Let's Play a few days ago. It was actually the video previous to this one, and the review is coming for that within the next rotation. And yeah, that's going to be pretty cool, honestly. I have a few new ideas for how the review is going to play out. Overall, it's going to be the same, but there's a few things, especially towards the end, that's going to make it a bit more organized, and I think you'll all like that, and I think especially I will like that. Like I said before, the 2-year anniversary for Acrinator Games is coming up. I'm going to do a bit of a throwback video, and I think that'll be pretty cool, especially for me to see like how far the channel has come, because I do look back on my older videos, and I'm not necessarily embarrassed by them, because I did have some standard of quality back then, believe it or not, but it is still pretty cool to see how far the channel has come. Speaking of like special videos, I am actually setting up a 200th video special, and since we're on 174, with 175 coming soon after this one, it's actually going to be coming up relatively soon, and I promise it's not going to be another Ion marathon of like 2 hours or something. That was just actually the start of where the channel really took a turn for the better. But I'll get more into that in the throwback video in about a couple of weeks. So for now, just know that I have something special planned for the 200th video special, and I think that should be coming out sometime in the summer. I don't know. With my luck, it'll probably coincide with the Week of Madness. Anyways, Path of Exile is going to be replaced by a new Let's Play, a non-co-op Let's Play, so Sir John Mac will not be joining me in this one. It's not as though it is a co-op game, and I just decided not to add him in. It's not a co-op game, but it's one that I have been wanting to do a Let's Play of for so long, like one of the oldest games that I have that I've been wanting to do a Let's Play of. No spoilers as to what the game actually is, but just know that it's at least what I think it to be a really good game, and I think you'll all enjoy the Let's Play. And really, you'll just have to tune in when it comes out to see what it is. So here's like what I consider the big announcement that's going to happen over the course of the next year or so. I think it's probably going to be closer to a year and a half to 2 years. But what's going to happen is once this new Let's Play starts up, the next Let's Play to end at that point is going to be phased out, and it's going to be replaced with an informational video. And that's going to continue for the remainder of the Let's Plays on my channel until I have no more Let's Plays in the main rotation. Now, that doesn't mean that Let's Plays are going to be gone forever on my channel. There's certainly always going to be a place for Let's Plays on this channel, but I'd like for them to have their own unique rotation. One that comes out with videos much more often than what it is now, the 5 days at minimum. I think it's 3 weeks at maximum? Yeah, 3 weeks maximum for the time between videos. And the new, like, informational videos, which I can't really describe any of them without spoiling anything, because it's just the way they are. But there are more videos like the dungeon overview, for example. That's like the best, that's the closest I can connect to it, but it is different. It's not, actually none of them are explicitly about World of Warcraft, so there is that to look forward to. And that rotation will probably then have a bit of a change as to the frequency of videos, because those videos take so much time to script and to organize and to get the footage for and then edit on top of all of that. It'll probably be like a couple of weeks in between those videos, but I will have the Let's Plays coming out on a much more regular basis. I will say that the Let's Plays will not be coming out every day or every other day, because that's just too much. Back when I used to advertise for my old Minecraft server, I had a video coming out every Tuesday and Thursday, and that wasn't the best setup, at least for me. Like, the Tuesday videos were fine enough because I'd usually bang those out over the course of a weekend, but the Thursday videos were problematic because if anything, any one little thing went wrong with the recording, the organizing, or the editing, it was hectic to get it out on time. There were quite a few videos where I had to get it out on Friday, which is probably what I should have done in the first place, but, you know, learn from your mistakes, I guess. And what I learned from that is that I can't manage a video every day or every other day. It's just too much, and certainly never going to happen. And yeah, once that whole change is done, I think I'm going to really be proud of where the channel is, because there's a lot of those informational series that I even have scripts for, one of which I have a video for because it started out as a school project for college. And when that video comes out, I'll be sure to have a little like disclaimer in the beginning, like, this video is, 2 years old, and I did it for school, so that's why it has sort of an academic twist to it. But I think you'll all enjoy that, and I think if at any point in time, that's probably when the channel will gain more subscribers. I don't want to say like, oh, I'm gonna become famous, because I'm not. And that sort of goes into the channel goals, which is the last little bit that I want to talk about today. So honestly, I don't expect this channel to go anywhere. This is really just a hobby for me, one that I enjoy so much. It's like the best creative outlet that I've ever discovered for myself, but it's still just a hobby. I don't expect to become like the next big thing or YouTube famous. I'm just trying to have a community of like-minded people who genuinely enjoy my videos. That's why I don't do, the sub for sub, like for like shit, because in all honesty, I want to earn the people that watch my videos. I don't want people who just subbed to me because I subbed to them. I want people who genuinely enjoy what I put out. I'm going to college to prepare myself for the career that I want, and that's certainly not YouTube. This is pretty much always going to be a hobby. And if nothing else, as evidenced by me already making videos with a very small crowd of people watching me, I'm always going to be here making videos, and hopefully as time passes and the newer rotation comes out, like the informational videos and then the Let's Plays coming out on a more consistent basis, that will prove to be beneficial. I don't know. I'm hoping that'll be a nice change to the channel and allow me to do more of what I want to do. It'll take longer to get out the videos that I want, but at the same time, that'll also allow me to have the quality that you guys deserve to see and that I expect from myself. So as for subscriber goals, and I know a lot of you are going to laugh at this, but my ultimate goal for subscribers for this channel, doesn't matter when I get this, just like at some point this is where I'd like to reach, and it is 100 subscribers. And I know a lot of you are probably laughing like, what? Anyone can get 100 subscribers? And to that I say, yes, I know. I believe that with like enough perseverance and enough time put in on YouTube, anyone can gain 100 subscribers. And that's honestly fine with me. Like like I said before, I don't expect anything to come out of YouTube other than my own personal enjoyment and maybe a small community of people that I can converse with and discuss interesting topics with. So 100 subscribers to me is fine. I don't expect thousands or even millions, and I promise I won't, like, as soon as we hit 100 subscribers, be like, oh, let's go for 1,000 now. No, honestly, 100 is like the only subscriber goal, and like I said, just before saying the number, I really don't care when I get this, how long it takes me to get this, because I don't plan on going anywhere. Like once I hit 100 subs, I'm not going to be like, well, that was fun, I'm gone. No, I'm going to be here, still making videos regardless of the audience, because I think what I do is pretty cool. And I hope that you guys think it's cool too, but either way, I'm still going to be doing the videos because more or less they're for me. And anyone else who happens to enjoy them on the periphery is amazing. And yeah, honestly, that's all I have for this vlog. There's not much else in terms of like new styles of videos that I want to put out other than the informational kind and just like a more consistent Let's Play setup. Like I can't see coming out with like, what are the popular videos on YouTube nowadays? Like, vlogging, for example, like what I'm doing right now. I can't really see doing like a daily vlog channel or anything like that. That's just, I never saw the point. Like nothing changes in my life on a daily basis. Stuff will change over the course of like a few months, like maybe twice a year something will change significantly that I would need to tell you guys about something that's happening with the channel, but I already do that compared to like daily vlogging. It's like, well, it's just like yesterday, but it's today. So other than like the year-end vlog, the pre and post Week of Madness rundown, and then like anything that's changing significantly with the channel, like rotational changes when they do happen over the course of the next couple of years, that's when I'll be putting out vlogs. But I'd like for them not to be too lengthy. Maybe like the year-end vlog like this will be a little bit lengthy, but I'm gonna cut a lot of this to cut out the rambling. And yeah, honestly, this covers like an entire year. This one specifically is covering multiple years just because this is the first year-end vlog, and I've been doing the channel for 2 years, planning all the way for 2 years in advance, so there's like 5 years all compacted into this one. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys. So be sure to leave your comments in the comment section below if you have any questions or comments about anything that I talked about during this video. I can certainly understand not understanding what the hell I was talking about because I barely hung on there. Anyways, be sure to follow me on Instagram for the latest updates on when I'll be uploading YouTube videos, as well as when I'll be streaming on Twitch and other random gaming related posts. Be sure to check out my partner in crime, Sir John Mac's channel. He posts something every now and then, and it's usually pretty entertaining, whatever it is. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more like it, maybe even subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And that's all the time I've got for today, guys. I will see you tomorrow and next year for the podcast. So until then, don't die.